Once there was a boy named Tommy. Tommy loved playing video games. He could spend hours playing them, losing track of time and forgetting about everything else. One day, as he was getting ready for school, Tommy had an idea. A selfish idea. What if I pretend to be sick? Then I can stay home and play all day. Tommy thought it was the perfect plan. So he clutched his stomach and groaned. "Mum, I don't feel good. I think I'm sick," Tommy said, trying to sound as pitiful as possible. His mum came into the room concerned. She knelt down beside him, feeling his forehead. "Do you have a fever, sweetheart?" his mum asked, worry written all over her face. "No, but my stomach really hurts," Tommy replied, faking a stomachache. His mum, not wanting to risk it, sighed and said, "Okay, you can stay home, but you need to rest." As soon as his mum left the room, Tommy's stomachache magically disappeared. He waited for her to leave the room for a few minutes, then he jumped out of bed and grabbed his gaming console. He eagerly booted up his video game, thrilled at the prospect of spending the whole day building his dream world. With each block he placed, he imagined the adventures his character would have and the epic creations he would complete. Little did Tommy know, his mum had missed an important event at work for the second time. She had called in sick again just to stay home and take care of him. This was the second time Tommy had faked being sick because he didn't want to go to school and wanted to spend the day playing video games. While his mum was downstairs quietly worrying about him, Tommy was upstairs completely lost in his game. Later that day, as Tommy continued playing, he overheard his mum talking on the phone from downstairs. He heard the words training and missed. Curious, he muted the game and listened closer. "Yes, I missed the training today because Tommy wasn't feeling well," she said. "It's okay though," she added. "It's still available, but now I'll have to pay for it." Tommy's heart sank. He hadn't thought about how his lie would affect his mum. She had missed something important for work, and now she had to pay for it because she stayed home with him. He felt a twinge of guilt, but then his mum's voice softened. "No, it's all right. He's more important to me than any training. I just hope I can sort it out soon." Tommy felt terrible. His plan to skip school for video games had backfired, and now his mum was the one paying the price. Tommy couldn't take it anymore. He had to tell his mum the truth. He walked downstairs, feeling nervous, and found her sitting at the kitchen table. "Mum, I need to tell you something," Tommy said, his voice small. His mum looked up, concerned. "What is it, sweetie?" I wasn't really sick. I just wanted to stay home and play video games," Tommy confessed, unable to meet her eyes. His mum's face changed from confusion to disappointment. She was silent for a moment, and Tommy's heart pounded in his chest. Then she sighed. "Tommy, why would you do that? You know how important honesty is. I missed something important at work because I was worried about you," she said, her voice calm but firm. Tommy felt terrible. "I'm sorry, Mum. I didn't mean to cause you trouble. I wasn't thinking." His mum looked at him for a long moment before finally saying, "I know you're sorry, but you need to understand that lying has consequences. I don't want you to ever lie to me again. Understand?" "I understand, Mum. I won't do it again," Tommy promised. A few weeks later, Tommy woke up feeling awful. This time he wasn't pretending. His stomach really hurt and his head was pounding. But after what had happened last time, Tommy didn't want his mum to think he was lying again. "I can't say I'm sick again," Tommy thought. "She won't believe me." So Tommy got dressed and went to school, even though he was in pain. He tried to act like everything was fine, but as the day went on, it got harder and harder to hide how bad he felt. By lunchtime, Tommy could barely stand. One of his teachers noticed and asked him if he was all right, but Tommy didn't want to cause any trouble. He just shook his head and said he was fine, even though he clearly wasn't. Suddenly, while walking to the school nurse, Tommy collapsed in the hallway, clutching his stomach in pain. His teacher rushed over to help, and the school immediately called his mum. Tommy was taken to the hospital, where the doctors found out that he had food poisoning. His mum rushed to the hospital, worried and upset. "Tommy, why didn't you tell me you were really sick?" his mum asked, holding his hand. Tommy, his voice barely a whisper, replied, "I didn't think you'd believe me after last time." His mum's heart ached. She felt torn. On the one hand, she understood why Tommy had kept quiet, but on the other, she wished he had trusted her. "Tommy, this is why lying is so dangerous," his mum said softly. "If you lie, people won't know when to believe you. I wish you had told me the truth from the beginning." Tommy nodded, tears in his eyes. "I'm sorry, Mum. I know I made a mistake." His mum squeezed his hand gently. "It's okay, Tommy. I just want you to be honest with me from now on. That way, I can always help you when you need it." From that day on, Tommy never lied about being sick, or about anything else. He learned that being truthful was more important than avoiding a day of school or playing video games. He also realised how much his mum loved and cared for him, and he never wanted to take advantage of that again. And so, Tommy became more honest and responsible, making sure to always tell the truth, even when it was hard. The end. And remember, kids, lying may seem like an easy way out, but it can lead to bigger problems down the road. Always tell the truth so the people who love you can help when you need them most. For more awesome stories filled with fun, lessons and adventures, don't forget to subscribe and keep learning with us.